Fine, we'll start the session. Just let me know if my screen is visible or not. Guys?
Yeah, it is visible.
Okay, cool. So the one thing which is left is the verb should walkthrough. We'll give you the entire walkthrough today. So as I said, you will be having different types of verb suit, right? One is verb suit community version and the another professional version. And one more thing is the verb suit dash. So verb suit dash I'll cover first. In generally, verb suit dash is used for the particular companies where there are more than 100 applications. Okay, this comes into the enterprise edition. Now every particular verb suit, whether it will be community professional dash, you'll be having the versions. The latest version is 2026 4.3. Okay, latest version. 2026, which means this year, dot 4.3, which means 4th April, there have been 3 different updates for the tool. So 4.3 is nothing but 4 is the month, and in that particular month, how many updates it has been got. So that is how the particular version will be defined. If it will be 2027, then 2027, again the month, and in that particular month, how many times the tool got updated, will be giving you the version exactly. Okay. Hope it's clear. Yes or no, something is.
Yes.
Yes, bro.
Done. So now the basic difference or the basic tools what you will be going to use in any organization is the verb suite community and verb suite professional. So I'll just difference between these two. First one, the verb suite community, you won't be able to save the testings what you do. So every testing what you do, it will be as a project. Save the project is not available. That is only available in the verb suite professional. Projects can be saved. Second one is no automation scanning. In the verb suite, you have the process of scanning. In the community, you will be having something called as audit. Audit is not available, but in the profession version, we have an option to audit the application. The next thing, what happens is in the particular community edition, you won't be able to do a search. Search is not possible, but in the particular professional version, you can basically search it. Search the data, whatever you want. Next one, no access to collab. Collaborator. But in the professional version, will be access to the collaborator. Now, collaborator is particular option what you will be able to see in the verb suite itself. This is the option. You'll be clearly able to see professional version only. Okay. Now, why this collaborator will be used? Because there is something called as OWASP testing. OWASP testing is nothing but out of band application security testing. So in generally, whatever the blind testings we do in the application security, that option will be not available in the community or in the professional version. It will be there. And the next big difference is that you won't be able to import the project. It's not available. But in the professional version, you can import. Now the concept of import, I will tell you. Just give me a moment. Okay. Now in the project, you are able to see something called as import project, right? Now this option we will be able to use in the provision version, and this option when you will be using two things. First thing, if you are getting into a new company where you are going to test the application security using the Burp, right? So before you, there must be a particular security person who have tested the application already. So now what you need to do is you need to understand the testings, what other security persons have done, and what are their particular findings and how the vulnerabilities have been assigned or whatever the application testing has been already gone through. For you to understand those things, then you will be having an option to import. Okay. Now why and how this import will be happening is, as I said, once you use the provision version, you'll be able to save the copy. In the sense, you'll be able to save the particular testings what you have done. So the same copy, the other security person will be giving you through the mail. You will download it into your system, and by just clicking on the import file, you'll be able to add that particular project over there. Okay, clear on the import part? Yes or no, guys? Something?
Yes.
Okay. Fine. We'll start with the home page of the particular verb suite. This is how the verb suite will be visible for you if you're using a community edition. In community edition, you will be only able to see passive crawl. Okay. But the audit function only you'll be able to see in the professional version. I'll show you the difference also. First, we'll understand what is a crawl. And next, we'll be going to understand what is the audit. Now, crawling of the application is generally nothing but we basically get the target application and check for the modules that are available in the application. Modules available in the application, and we go through each module to understand the application functionality. Now, practically what happens is, if you go to the target, let me open a new verb suite, you'll be able to understand it. So this will be the verb suite initial phase where you'll be able to open. So this particular options, new project on this can open existing project, you won't be able to access because, as I said, in the professional version, you won't be able to save the project what you're doing. So once you get this particular page in the profession, if you want to create your own project name and store whatever place you want, this option will be available for you. As I'm using community, I'll just click on next and click on start verb. Starting project, please wait. Now, if you go to the target, right, it's completely empty right now. Now, whenever you are getting any application to test, the only particular tool what you will be able to use is the verb suite for the manual testing. Now, you need to access that particular application inside the verb suite. So you have two options. Either in the target, you will be able to see an option called open browser. If not, if you go to the proxy, you'll be able to see the same option open browser in the middle of the page or in the right side top. Anything you can click. The reason why we need to access the particular application within the Burp browser because Burp suite is a proxy tool. Proxy tool which means whatever the request you do and the response you get into the application, that particular request and response will be captured. Okay, captured within the tool. And where it will be captured? It will be captured in the target of the particular Burp. Now, for an example, I'm getting an application called Portsfigure. Now, first I'm accessing the Google. Okay, in the Google, if I search for Portsfigure, I'll be able to get the Google related stuff and everything. Okay, so first the Google will be activated, and from the Google, if I open the application URL, next I'll be getting the Portsfigure.net. So Portsfigure.net, where is it? It is available here. So rest of the things are completely invalid for us. Okay, those are coming into the out of scope of the testing because you are only required to test the target application, but not the Google related stuff and everything. Okay, few third party services will also be loaded when you're what we call accessing the application, but those comes into the out of scope or out of requirement testing. Now, this is the Portsfigure, right? It will be having a particular arrow mark here. If you click this particular arrow mark, the entire application modules will be disclosed to you. Click on the arrow mark and you'll be able to see all the options what the particular verb suite is having. These are the internal modules piece. Okay. You'll be able to see about block, query section, content, or customers, developers, legal documentations, organizations, public, static support, testers, users, web security academy, everything you'll be able to see. And in the particular uh, drop down, it has a sub options also. In the about also, you'll be able to see contact and team. Okay. In the blog again, you will be able to see these are the different blogs which are available in the blog content. Now, if you click the verb, in the verb also you'll be able to see community download, dash, documentation. And in the documentation, again, you're having desktop. In the desktop, again, you're having getting started. In enterprise, again, you're having setup. Okay. Again, if you go to this enterprise edition, you'll be able to see resources. In resources, again, you have what we called enterprise edition versus professional details, the pro versions, the releases, the vulnerability scanner, the burp, the carrots, and everything. So now what are these? These are all the endpoints. Okay. Now we'll show you a sample. If I click on the about, I should be getting contact and team option. Now where is this about function here? Let me search. So I'm having three different about sections. This is the first one, and this is the second one, and where is the third? This is the third one. So now what I'll do, is it a clickable option for me? No, it's just a context here. So I'll just go to an option where I'll be able to see about functionality. So if I click on the about, I need to get team and contact. I got teams and contact, right? Yes or no? In teams also, I have few options. One is 2003 to 6, 7, 14, and till 2021 and beyond. So this is their internal data. Okay. If I click any of the particular community editions or security academy, I'll be able to get a new options or new features. And these are their particular images, the product, what they are having, and everything related to the verb is mentioned here. Okay. Now, the whole concept lies here. If you open one particular option, okay, in the about, you got contact and you got images and teams also. Images may again how many you are having logos and staff headshots. So these are the logos for you. Okay, this is the staff headshot or logo it might be. Or if you get down, again these are the few images. Okay, which are non-clickable. You won't be able to access those things. But this is particular image where you can access. Now, staff headshots are there, logos. If I click on something, I'll be able to get a new option. If I click on the read more, I'll be able to read more on the particular teams and everything. Okay. Now I am in the about section and I'm in the place where the team details are disclosed or team details are mentioned. Now in the application, I'll go and see where is my team option. Here I'm having teams. Now look it very carefully, guys. Whatever the options you are seeing, it's a black color, but it's a light black. Now, how you will be able to identify the crawling is very simple. In a particular application, if you are getting a dark black in the sense the complete black right now what you're seeing, and rest everything are completely grayed out. Okay, the options are able to see, you are able to see the options, but those are completely gray black, which means those endpoints or modules you haven't crawled. Now, crawling is something where you go into every particular feature or the module or the options available in the application. Okay. Now, if I click on Atom P, you can carefully observe it. Right now, it is completely gray color. It is not a dark black. I'll just click on the Atom. Where is this Atom located here? Atom P. I'll click on him, and these are the particular details of the Atom and everything. If you see here, it is sorry. It is changed to dark black. If someone is talking, I'm not able to hear what you're speaking. Okay. Now, Atom P is completely black, which means you in generally had got to that particular option. And so what are the features and data available? The same way, if you see Defits S, if you go back, just click on the teams again. You're having Defits. Where is this Defits? So this is the Defits. You can see it's completely grayed out right now. If I click on him, it will be turning into dark black. So now the process of you completely crawling the application defines in this particular way. Everything should be turning into the dark blacker color. Then only your application crawling will be done automatically. Okay. Now, whenever you are doing some kind of crawling in the dashboard, there is something called as live passive crawl. Okay. So the features or the particular options what you are clicking right now, the reason why you are getting this particular target completely black because the tool is accessing the particular crawling what you're doing. It is getting the request calculated, getting the request captured in the tool. Now, for an example, if you turn it off, okay, I've turned it off, the passive crawl, I've turned it off in the target. Again, this particular user I did not crawl, okay, Frankie H and gathered H. Now, where is Frankie H? This is Frankie H, and next is Gather H. So these two particular users I've crawled right now, but as my crawling in the dashboard is completely turned off, in the target, if you see, the coloring will not change. Okay. For Adams and Davids, as I said, the crawling was accessible and enabled. So it is picking up the data. How you will be able to see it is picking up the data means you will be getting a response also. For the Frankie and Gather, I try to access, but as my dashboard, my crawling is completely off, I won't be getting the response. For any particular module, if I'm not getting the response, which means that also indicates that crawling into that particular option or module is not done. Okay. Now, if I let me just enable this again and just reload this, or let's access this particular users again, Frankie and Gather. Request was requested, I got the response, the data of the users and everything. Now, if you go to the target, right, you'll be able to see you got the response back again. For the Frankie also you got, for the Gather also you got, which means practically the crawling is done. The process of ensuring that every particular module into the application is crawled, how you will be verifying is by just seeing for every particular module once you click on it, if you are getting a valid response or not. This is what crawling in generally happens in the application. Hope it's clear. Yes or no, something is.
Yes, bro.
Can I get a response from everyone?
Yeah, we agree.
Okay.
Now one note. So all the attributes must be in the bold black font, right? If we have crawled.
Right.
So here there is an attribute called staff headshots. How do we how do we crawl through it? I mean,
So basically, these are in the images, right? So where
Okay.
are the images in the particular application? I'll just go and see. We'll be getting somewhere the images option. Let me just wait. Let me close all the endpoints first so that I'll be able to identify that also.
Okay.
I just need to click on the about section. If I click on the about section, in the logos or in something called as contact me images, I'll be having. Okay, in the about, I need to get into contact and images. So let me click on the about section.
Okay, that's how we backtrack it. Okay.
Yeah. In the about section, I just need to see the images. So these are the images, or in any one option, I'll be getting those images directly. You can see images is completely done. Now the staff headshots. Request also I'm not getting. So staff headshots, where will be getting? So these are the staff headshots. Every particular images, once if I just click right,
Okay.
in generally, once I click all the images here,
Okay.
then the staff headshots will also be coming into the bold color.
Okay.
And one more thing, the concept of crawling, in generally it was named as spider. Now what will a spider do? Wherever it crawls, it will create a web over there, right? So the crawling is also the same thing. In generally, you crawl into the application, the entire modules what you're having. Now the reason why crawling is important because in the community edition it is not that useful, but when it comes to the profession version, you will be able to see something called as audit. So the positions or the options, the modules what you crawl in the application, in the burp suite, you will be able to see an option called audit. Audit is nothing but it will trigger the free vulnerabilities available in the application. In the application. Rohit, can you mute please? Done. So it will trigger the pre-vulnerabilities into the application. I'll just show you the screenshot or the image how it will be. Auditing burp professional. You're able to see these vulnerabilities, right? Cross-site scripting, reflected process scripting, DOM-based, SQL injection, passwords. So in the burp professional, you'll be able to see audit. Audit is nothing but the crawling what you do into the application. Those particular modules, tool will directly inject the vulnerabilities with the payloads and it will do the particular testing. Even your burp suite will do the automation testing for you, but when your crawling is properly done. Okay. So if your crawling is not properly done, you won't be able to get all the vulnerabilities into the application. And one more thing is in the professional version, you will be able to see something called as scan option. But in the community, you won't be able to see. Okay, scan option is completely grayed out. So before you do or you use the option for scanning, the entire crawling of the application should be completed, so that the tool will be having all the options or access to get into the particular system. Okay, clear, right? Why this crawling is very much important. And for you also, you will be able to get your test cases created if you are crawling into the application. The more crawling you do, you are able to understand the logic behind the application, and the more suitable testings with the test cases you will be able to identify. The test cases, 200 test cases what I gave, it's not for all the applications cases, okay? But those are test cases which you will be able to do in any of the applications. So whether your application is having those particular testings availability or not, you need to test. If those vulnerabilities are not there, then you'll be just giving us not applicable, or you don't do those testings and waste your time. So that is the reason crawling is very much important. Okay. Hope it's clear, right?
And now, what do we do with the scan option?
Scan option, the tool only will scan the particular application and find the vulnerabilities for you. It will only inject the payloads and everything.
Like we don't have to crawl through the website?
No. The entire crawling should be done first.
Okay.
Once you are done with this crawling, then you will be able to see a new scan option here. If you start scanning, right, the positions where you crawled into the application, the tool will inject its own payloads and try to identify the vulnerabilities, which will be something like this. Okay, serious vulnerabilities found.
Okay.
This is live. Live means live audit. If your audit is not there, you won't be able to get these particular vulnerabilities. And that is the reason in the community edition, you won't be able to get any vulnerabilities here. Okay. As audit is not there. Auditing in general, IT terms, what you will be able to understand, audit means they are auditing the entire business. They are checking for the payments, transactions, debit and credits, or any losses, any loans taken, everything they will be auditing. So likewise, first you to do any kind of audit by the tool automatically, you need to crawl the application.
Okay. So first we have to crawl through the complete website, then hit scan to identify the vulnerabilities. Got it.
Yes. And in the particular crawling or the audit, what you do, the vulnerabilities, what you as a user or a particular security person will be able to identify, or tool will identify, is all the particular vulnerabilities which are listed in the tool itself. So every particular vulnerability what you are able to see, okay, in the target you need to go to the issue. Okay, these are all the vulnerabilities which tool will be identifying for you. Okay, again, not every particular vulnerability will be available or applicable for the application. Depending upon the application to application, it is available or it will be applicable. Okay, so only these vulnerabilities tool will be able to identify. Apart from these vulnerabilities, there are 30-40 vulnerabilities which tool won't be able to identify at all. For that, you need to do the testing. That is the manual testing what you do. Okay, so 40 to 50% of your testing will be done by the Burp suite. The only thing is you need to identify the false positive or true positive. Next 50% manually you are testing. Okay, every particular vulnerability severity will also be mentioned here, whether it is high or medium or informational or low. Remember again, no critical vulnerability tool will be identifying for you. Either it is the high, or it is a medium, or it is a low, or it is an information. That's it. Critical vulnerabilities should be identified manually by you, practically. Okay. For every vulnerability, the descriptions will be mentioned. The fix will be given here. The references will be given here. The severity will also be given here. The classifications also will be given here. Okay. Classifications is nothing but, if you just click on this, it will be going to the NIST platform, the MITAR attack. So once you are getting knowledge on this particular MITAR attack, right, then definitely you'll be able to just understand the concept of this particular concepts. So the vulnerability into MITAR. So for now, no need to worry about the particular differences or vulnerability classifications. Once the NIST is completed for you, two sessions, mostly the NIST topics will be completed. So at that point of time, you will be able to analyze and understand more on these particular tools. Okay. For now, just these references again, it will be coming from the Bob suite itself, the ports figure directly. The references only, it will be taking it from the NIST. Okay. NIST as we are yet to discuss, so no need to worry. Rest, yes, whatever the vulnerabilities in generally we are learning, right? We will be getting it from the OS security testing guide. The same theoretical concept will be available here in terms of descriptions and remediations. And the same thing, it will be available in this particular ports figure also. Okay. If I just go to the academy in the ports figure, click on latest topics, view all topics, and every particular vulnerability will be available along with the labs. 12 labs, 3, 5, 7, 3 labs, likewise. So out of all the particular topics, you will be having something close to 220 or 230 labs. In this, I'll be showing you 70 to 80 labs. The rest 70 to 80 labs, you will be working so that 50% of the security labs, if you are able to clear, which means you are almost done with 80% of testing. Because every particular scenario, what you are testing here, sorry, every particular lab, what you're testing here is a scenario. This scenario where in the real-time applications, if you are getting, you will apply the same logic over there. Okay. So out of 220, again, I'm telling you 140 to 150 labs you will be doing, which is more than enough for you to get into any of the practical job or interviews. Clear? So I'm giving you the heads up also what you need to do or what you will be going to do. Clear? Yes,
Okay. And earlier you informed that critical threats must be identified manually, right?
Yes.
Through ports figure, how do you identify the critical threats as you crawl through the website?
I'll tell you. Now authentication is a particular vulnerability which is critical. Okay. Your Burp suite won't be able to identify it. You can check all these particular things. Authentication, vulnerability related data will not be able to found. So there are few vulnerabilities like that which comes into the critical, which is not listed in the tool. Okay. Those at the time of testing, right? I'll tell you what happens. Okay. And few vulnerabilities which are medium and high, like the security response headers, okay, or the cookies what you have tested, the session fixations and all. Again, tool we want to identify those things. You need to practically check it. Clear? Okay. So till now what we have done, SSL we have checked, right? SSL Qualismate, TLS version, Cypher suits we have checked. We have checked for the security response headers, the cookie headers, okay, cookie attributes we have checked. Different types of cookies, the persistence or the session cookies, different types of headers we checked. Content security policy, how you will be able to identify, practically we have checked. These things again tool want to do. This all comes into the media vulnerabilities. Okay. Hope it's clear.
Yeah.
Fine. Now you will be able to see something called as CWE or CVSS. CVSS is a score calculator. Okay. Common vulnerability scoring system. This is the calculator. This Saturday, I'll be explaining you on this calculator, how you will be able to calculate the vulnerabilities. Okay. Clear? Okay. Fine. And this Saturday and Sunday, you will be having the network classes also. Okay. Join the Saturday and Sunday. And one more thing that will be taken by another trainer, just that due to my personal company works and all, this Wednesday you won't be having any session again. Tomorrow we'll be having the sessions. Thursday and Friday we'll connect. I already wasted 2 to 3 days, I think. So just that I am very busy with few things. So Saturday, Sunday, network testings, the tool installations and everything you'll be completing. I'll also be on the call. Okay. Whenever you're not able to understand something, at that point of time, I'll jump into the call immediately and I'll try to explain. Okay. The only thing is I'll be traveling to Pune. My office, Infinite Computer Solutions, We have a branch in Pune. We are setting up the entire systems, the entire network and security operations there also. Okay, if you want, just I'm showing you for my references, just to give you clarity on the Saturday and Sunday. You can check on the page also. Okay, this is the infinite.com page. You can go and check the particular availability also. Okay, Pune office, we are setting up some kind of securities and all. Client visit is there, so I need to travel. So Saturday and Sunday, I'll be in my company. Wherever, if you are not able to understand some kind of logics and everything, I'll be stepping in. Okay. So for the network pen testing part, Sunday and Saturday 3 hours or 2 hours. In generally, I'll plan for 2 hours only. So you will be getting the network. So Saturday and Sunday, mostly the network pen testing will be done practically, along with the tool installations and all. So please do join that.
Okay.
It's clear for everyone. Nishit or Chandrakala, Tarun, Vikas, Chaitanya.
And
Rohit.
what
Could
time?
you please repeat the time?
Timing will be the same timing, morning 8 to 10.
Okay.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. So we'll come back to the tool again. So where are we? Yeah. Auditing part is nothing but it will trigger the vulnerabilities. And again, as I said, the vulnerabilities which are available in the issue definitions, those only tool will be able to identify. Okay. Clear. Now, as I said, you won't be able to do search, right? The search option is available in the burp. If you click on the burp, you'll be able to see search pro version only. Okay. And click burp infiltrator also is an option which is only available in the professional version. So professional tool also will be getting downloaded. Just that I need every one of you to work mostly on the community edition. Okay, if you are able to identify the vulnerabilities practical in the community edition, then we'll be installing the professional version also for you, the latest professional version from the GitHub directly. I'll show you the process and everything. Practically, we'll be downloading those particular tools also. But before getting into the professional version, make sure you are at least 70 to 80% good with the community editions, because if the company managers knows that whatever the vulnerabilities you are identifying are driven by the tool automation testing, then definitely you will be in risk. Okay, they won't be giving you the license access also. Clear? Yes or no something?
Yes, bro. Yes.
Okay, done. Thank you. So yeah, these are the in general differences for the community and professional version. And one more difference is in the extension, you will be able to see BAP store. So these are the extensions, guys. In this extensions also, not every extension is required for you. There are few extensions depending upon the testings what we are doing or the vulnerabilities what we are testing, you'll be able to identify. Okay, how practically you will be using those particular tools or the extensions also, I'll tell you. Okay, just with the reference, I'll tell you. There is something called as web cache deceptions, right? Or web cache poisoning. Okay. Now, in this particular extensions only, you will be able to see related to the web cache. If you want, you can search here. You can just click on web. Paramanu, JSON.
Here, CORS next.
Oh,
CO2, web cache description.
So this is the particular extension which is only available for the professional. So extension download also depends upon the version what you are using. If you are using professional only, few extensions will be able to identify. Now why these particular extensions are important? Because there is something in the target. If you go, at least right click, here you are having the extensions, right? So these extensions are already available for me. Hacker Vector and Turbo Intruder. Okay. So this is available for me, ACK Vector. Now it will automatically scan the applications by itself, guys. Okay. The same payload, what you will be going to ingest into the particular request, it will only be doing. So just to make sure my application I can use for the full level of its utilizations and all, I'll be getting some extensions done. And every extension, again, it will have the detailing what it will be doing, and it will be giving the estimate vulnerability also. So these vulnerabilities, web cache, poisoning and all, again comes into the low. Okay, only for the professional version it is available. So these things we will be just discussing in the vulnerabilities. So I'm just showing you an example. Okay, likewise you will be having something called as AI. So as AI is integrated within the application, you will be able to see AI related testings also. AI prompt fuzzer is there, AI HTTP analyzer. So these are the few AI tools, again, which are only available for the professional and the latest version. We'll be able to see these things and all. Okay. Hope it's clear. Guys. Okay, so the CSP related content security policy responsive as what you just add, right? It will also be doing the same thing. Okay, CSP header then contain the known bypass and well as other potential weaknesses. This also comes into the law. So if you just install that particular extension, right, that extension only will be able to give you the CSP header vulnerabilities. So no need for you to go into the CSP evaluator and check. This is also an option what you will be able to see. Likewise, you will be able to see active scan plus. This again scan option is only available in the professional version. Okay. So any vulnerability again, if it is giving you through the active scan, it's a low vulnerability. So everything will be there, guys. The only thing is depending upon the situation of testings what you do, it will be giving you the vulnerabilities. Okay, every particular what we call the extensions we'll be using depending upon our particular vulnerability itself. So this HTTP request smuggling is there. This is also vulnerability. If you could just come back, HTTP request smuggling. This vulnerability for you to identify in an easy manner, you'll be able to use this particular extension. Okay. Hope it is clear for you.
మీరు ఇందాక చెప్పారు కదా కొన్ని వల్నరబిలిటీస్ ఐడెంటిఫై చేయదు అని అవి త్రూ ఎక్స్టెన్షన్స్ ఐడెంటిఫై చేస్తామా
again whatever the vulnerabilities that are specified here, okay, in the issues, those only will be able to see.
ఓకే మరి అంటే దాని వల్ల యూజ్ ఏంటన్నా నాకు అర్థం కాదు.
Use is nothing but you manually no need to test it. If you're having that extension and if you just access that extension, right, tool only will be giving you. It's just that you are using the full potential power of the application or the tool to make your life easy in terms of testing. You no need to what we call use our brain, give the payloads and everything. Tool only will be identifying. Okay.
I mean, are we not getting the same vulnerabilities directly from the scan option?
No. Few things from the scan you won't be able to get it. That is the reason extensions are important.
Okay. What are the extensions that we do use usually?
We will be using 20 extensions. Okay. There is something called as JWT token. Okay. And right now I showed HTTP request smuggling. Web cache I have shown. Active scan plus. And what more? I'll show you with the extension itself. Okay, there is something called as ACK vector. And what more? Okay, JSON web tokens. This is for the JSON. Active scan I showed you. HTTP request smuggling we have done. AI prompt fuzzer and AI HTTP analyzer. AI HTTP analyzer. Next, XSS cheat sheet. Okay. Next what? OAuth scan. Next, authentication token. Authentication token. JWT monitor. CSP bypass. HTTP request smuggling, we are done. Additional CSRF checks. HTTP method disclosure. Okay, that we don't use it. AI recon assistance. Captcha converter. CVSS 3.1 visual calculator. Nmap scanner. Next, NSS. NSS is nothing but the Qualys WAS. Okay. And one more and last one, what we'll be able to use is SimGrip. We'll be able to see SimGripper. Okay. So these particular things in the coming labs, what you'll be able to do, these extensions will be used automatically. So depending upon the vulnerability what we are discussing, we'll be installing the particular extension itself. Using extension, you'll be able to identify. So out of more than 200 or 150 something odd, you will be able to use 20 in a regular basis. Okay.
Okay. So each of this extension is only for one vulnerability,
One.
or okay,
Only for one vulnerability.
okay. And can we use all these extensions simultaneously at the same time, or one after the other during the scan?
One after the only you need to use. If you are using all at a time, right? What happens is your dashboard will be completely filled. What are the scannings or testings you do now, in the dashboard only you will be able to see the entire data. Okay, the probation version. Again, whatever the particular extensions I showed you, right? 70 to 80%, at least 80% are completely professional version only. If you are getting community edition, then you won't be able to use this. Okay.
Okay.
That is the only reason community edition I'm just showing you, and it is installed in a particular systems. So that manually, if you are able to do the particular vulnerability, if you are getting professional, that is it's like a cakewalk for you. That's it. If not, again, you need to just work hard to identify the vulnerabilities.
Okay.
So initially, everything manually, what we will be going to discuss, I'll be showing you. Extensions using professional versions also I'll show you. But you practically will be working on testing or everything on the manual itself. Okay. By this month end only, I'll be giving you access to the professional versions. If you're downloading on your own, it's not problem. Okay, but I won't be able to show you the professional version until and unless you are getting clear on the community editions. Okay.
Okay.
So we are not done with the tool yet. Okay, we have only discussed on the dashboard and target and all. Proxy is there, intruder, repeater, collaborator and sequencer. Again, these are the pro versions, and rest of the particular options in the book I'll be showing you tomorrow. Okay, same time, just join the session. Clear?
Okay. Yeah.
Only 20% is done, guys. More 80% is still left. So by tomorrow, I'll complete this. Hope it's clear to you. Okay, guys. Bye. Thank you. Great day.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Sidhu. Bye.
Yeah.